collective, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. Happy new week. We are in the throes of Taurus season, just coming off of a new moon in Taurus, which is awesome for really setting new intentions, looking at our life, observing people, dynamics, relationships, etc., and really looking at the things that need change, making a plan of action for that change as well. And we've been sorting through a lot of tough stuff, especially in relationship dynamics, whether or not people are really willing to participate in those changes or what those changes actually mean for our relationship dynamics. There's definitely been a lot popping out of the woodwork. Mars has been really weirdly aspected lately, lots of tension. It's slowing the momentum down. And not necessarily accidentally. It's something that is definitely needed. We want to make sure that we're vetting people, places, and things, whether they're new or old, right? Whether they're people, situations we've known for a long time or new things coming in. We kind of have to really make sure that whatever we're navigating through, working with, etc., is working in harmony with us. And to that point, Pluto is going into retrograde at the end of this week. It's going to stay there until about October. So again, re-emphasizing and re-highlighting the things that really need change, especially around the things that we want to see manifest, the abundance that we want to bring in, the life that we want to live. That's why I like to start off with these energy cleansings, just kind of set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out some of the blocks, obstacles, frustrations that we might be coming into. It's also a great time for you to set your own intention for the reading, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over, be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing, wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, all that good stuff. Or if you are just looking for a rebalancing of your mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're feeling good, strong, grounded in who we are and what we want, that's really when we're calling in that prosperity, that abundance. That's when we're aligning with our happiness and fulfillment. And we all totally deserve that, right? We totally deserve to be happy in this lifetime. So definitely hit me up. If you're interested in my services, I would love to support in whatever way possible. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, I'm going to pull this off. I'm at the tail end. This might be a little bit wild today, so please bear with me. All right, let's get into it, collective. Okay, I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama love, Mama love. All right, sorry, that was a wild one, wasn't it? Kind of like the times we're in right now. It has been a little bit chaotic. Thankfully, what I do like, when I'm saying chaotic, there's a lot just going on, a lot of transits in the astrology. It is calming down a little bit this week. However, all those planets, that cluster that was in Pisces, it's starting to move its way out. Because it's moving into Aries, it's actually highlighting some of the fire element. Fire brings out tension, aggravation, frustration, etc. And the whip card just popped out. And actually, we were seeing this in the new moon reading. Definitely check it out if you're interested. But it's like, people, situations popping up, doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? Even if it's not the same person, it's like you're finding yourself in the same situation. And there is this overarching theme of being patient in the process, patient for that change, 100% with this child as your overarching energy. I'm definitely feeling like this is a lot about waiting for the right timing, being a little bit more innocent and not so proactive, right? Not so like guns a-blazing, we got to figure this out, we got to make this happen ASAP, because that's really what is going to get us into the most trouble. I've been talking a lot about this. I don't mean to be redundant by any means. Jupiter is tensely aspecting Saturn as well. So our abundance, our fortune, it's not really coming in the way that we're thinking, planning, expecting it to. And if anything, it's kind of the complete opposite. So we really can't get hung up on what the realities of what you're trying to manifest is actually looking like. Because it's coming in. It's coming in. And I almost feel like it's coming in the more you surrender, the more you let go this week. What I love, what I've been seeing kind of just pop up here and there in the weeklies, the collectives, as well as the zodiac readings, is there's starting to be this promise. Like, if you keep plugging forward, if you keep committed, it's going to pay off. You are going to see the abundance come through. And if anything, it does have this energy of being closer than what you even anticipate. Something's going well for you. I feel like you're coming in a little bit more confident this week, as much as it's not necessarily saying that things aren't getting in the way, or you're still dealing with whatever that proverbial whip is, where I'm seeing this a lot as like what's coming in, or maybe new opportunities that are being offered aren't exactly what you were thinking, what you were anticipating. And that's where that Black Moon Lilith component comes in, where we really want to make sure that we're not being tricked, being duped, being bamboozled. And this is by both, again, both new and old people, because there also is this karmic energy that's playing out for us right now, specifically as it relates to relationships and how we empower ourselves in those dynamics. Are we letting our feelings, our emotions get the best of us, or letting someone else dictate how we should think, how we should feel? Or are we actually like engaging in relationships and dynamics that like feel good, I feel like, I don't know, like, it does look like the beginning of the week is starting off a little bit rough, or there's some hidden energy on the sidelines. We have this garden, which is signifying, this is in the Lenormand, it's connected to like parties, community, celebration, etc. With this Seven of Swords tower energy, it does feel like someone or something is being a little bit sneaky. I don't necessarily see this coming from you. This might be someone or something that you have trusted, something that kind of does come out of left field. Let's get a little more information on this. What is this dealing with? And we're seeing this how via in the astrology, the sun is really tensely aspected beginning of the week, meaning like it's really hard for our ego to like be okay with how things are going. And that again is why the Mars energy wants to push ahead and not necessarily take its time. 100%, it's the effing devil. I didn't even look at that card. Sometimes I don't. I get lost in my meanderings. No, but definitely some devil energy is popping up, right? And this can come through that vibe of just like whatever habits, patterns, distractions that we let kind of obviously take our time, take our energy. Maybe it is being a little bit too lazy or apathetic, or I don't know. Let's see a little bit more. What is this devil for the collective coming in? Okay, it's a broken promise I'm hearing. Someone who's, this does, and we've seen this a lot, some messages, some communication, someone who is really disappointed with how something played out. We have the Queen of Pentacles, so Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy in Capricorn right now. Oh, actually, there's nothing in Capricorn, but with the weekly, the overarching energy, it really talked about just like how we do kind of have to deal with the tough stuff. And this is exactly what I'm picking up with this devil energy. I feel like with the devil, 7 of Swords, Tower, we're seeing someone come in and it's putting a new spin on things. But I feel like this is actually something that's making it a little bit harder for you. I don't know. Like, okay, let's see. What do they want? What do they want with the collective? Ooh. Someone's trying to intentionally stir the pot. And you've been down this path before, right? This is someone or something, I don't know, like I'm hearing for some of you, like they act like it's a joke or like they're just, being silly, or this is someone who's like intentionally trying to get something out of you, right? Because they're not serious. They're not serious about whatever this is that they're saying. And if anything, it's either like a lot of beautiful words, it's a lot of things to kind of placate your energy, or like make you feel better about something that's actually not even true. It's not even true. It's a ruse, right? It's someone who's trying to say like, hey, I feel like this is a readdressing of past energies. Because here's the thing, it does show up in a way that is slightly abundant for you, but I'm seeing this as like, as things are reshuffling, as we're finding a rebalancing to some capacity in the collective, things are settling down. People are kind of waking up, right? They're waking up to some of the bad decisions that they've made, or places where maybe they did take someone for granted. And we've also been seeing that people are starting to kind of say, hey, like dip their toe in the water, right? Like, what can I get out of this person? Is this door still open, or has the collective completely shut it? Because midweek, like beginning of the week, it's quiet, right? And it's right after our new moon in Taurus. And so I feel like it starts to become the rumblings underneath the surface. There's a lot of fire energy as well, like I talked about, that's building. And midweek, we're starting to get more frustrated. Yes, 100%. We got all water energy. We have the 6 of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Moon. So whatever this is that presents itself in the beginning of the week, it is also bringing a lot of emotions with it. It's bringing a lot of feelings with it. And I'm hearing like in a way where once upon a time you felt a little bit more grounded and stable in this area. I feel like whatever this Knight of Stones, which is the Knight of Wands in the traditional tarot, whatever this energy is, it's coming in to throw you off balance. And that's exactly like how this intention shows up from in the very beginning, right? Like they're thinking that they've done this to you before, number one, and they're thinking that you're not going to be paying attention. And again, this is not coming from a place of fear, because Spirit has you protected, has your back. 1444 is on the clock as I'm saying this. And it's this value of, it's pushing you, it's giving you every reason to close something out, to say no longer. And I feel like we get these opportunities, especially before a planet goes into retrograde, right? Because Pluto is all about making those changes. It's putting your money where your mouth is, right? And so before it goes into retrograde, it's like, are you going to take the bait? Are you going to go back into this? You have new beginnings, and someone's setting the stage in a way that's kind of hard to resist. And this is someone you know. This is someone you're comfortable with. This is someone who wants that fresh start, or like it feels like every sign is pointing to yes. But the more the week pans out, it's not looking as good as what it originally did. 100%. Water all across the board. And this is the 8 of Cups, which is all about toxicity. But you've committed this to yourself. I think right now it's really hard because we're not feeling stable. We're not feeling stable. We're not feeling secure, even in what like used to be that for us, whether it's friends, home, family dynamics, etc., relationships, however that fares out for you. And the changes that you're making, you're like, I know this is going to bring that in for me, but because you're not seeing it quite yet, it's hard to feel rooted down, right? This tree is in our blocked energy. This does really connect back to like ancestral healing. Like sometimes when we hold on to patterns for way too long, things our parents did, grandparents, etc., that type of vibe. But it's also because it's a lot of stress. There's a lot of stress going on right now, and we're seeing that throughout the whole week. It's not the worst thing ever. It's not as overwhelming as maybe it was 2 to 3 weeks ago, but it's still enough to be like enough already. And I feel like, again, that's kind of where that Mars is really working against us, because we want to be free from this, right? We want to be free from these burdens, from this sacrifice that it feels like we're continually making. And it's hard because these energies of toxicity keep popping up. It could be a test, but again, to me, it's a lot of this Black Moon Lilith, especially because Black Moon Lilith is tensely aspected to Pluto, i.e. wanting to make that change. Someone's making that change very hard for you though this week. This is, again, someone who feels like you owe them something, or they're not really willing to admit their wrongs, right? This is someone who does want to reach out. This is someone who does want to connect. We have the Emperor as well as the King of Bones. Actually, the King of Bones, which is the King of Pentacles in the traditional deck, he came out in our new moon reading. So definitely check it out, because there's a lot of beauty that's unfolding in the surface, or behind or underneath the surface, behind the curtain in the background, right? And this King of Bones was definitely connected to it. We got the Empress, and here we're getting the Emperor, right? So it does look like there is some type of offer coming your way that feels a little bit stressful. It feels a little bit stressful, but honestly, this almost feels like it's a decision between two people, two things, 100%. Someone is like, I don't know, dude, someone's making things really, really difficult. And I feel like it's kind of coming to this point where they're not able to put their money where their mouth is, and they start kind of bottoming out. And honestly, I see that's the saving grace for you. I don't necessarily think this week is going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's not as tense, like I was saying, as what we've seen in the past. It is going to stir the pot, but whatever is kind of like sneaking around in the background is also losing steam. And that's where I'm seeing that there's this competition almost, whether or not you know that you have two people, two energies vying for you, and this can manifest in so many different ways. It doesn't just have to be partnership, relationship. This can be looking for a new job, right? The difference between an old job and a new job, or relationships, friends, family, etc. Take it how it resonates. Don't force it though, right? But it definitely looks like there's competition. There's competition, and to the best of your ability, it's hard to know what is the quote unquote right answer, but this is again where Neptune in Aries, and it's in conjunction with Venus this week. It's giving us the drive, the initiative to actually invest in the things that make us feel good. And this might not be the most logical solution. Again, don't put yourself in harm's way. What did we get? We got that 8 of Cups. This is all about leaving the toxicity behind, right? But it's also this value of being able to trust what your gut instincts are telling you. Right now, we're in the season where Neptune is, I love it. I should stop right now. Sorry, I couldn't read the writing, but this is trust. The cards never lie, right? So that's that value, right? Faith in the process. Keep trusting. Because again, whatever this new beginning is that is on the horizons that you're looking to step into, it's manifesting. Not 100% quite yet, but it's coming. And there are things that are popping up along the way. This is about really just believing in the goodness, in the being thankful for the abundance that already is present in your life. And you definitely see that. I mean, because again, you have options midweek. It's opening up a lot of doors that have been closed for quite some time. And it's starting to feel like, okay, right? But again, we have to be willing, we have to be bold enough to make those changes, to listen to ourselves, trust ourselves, and then make those changes accordingly and watch that stuff flow in. Like I said, there is going to be a little bit of hardship around some of this stuff, but it is stuff that you are prepared for. It's stuff that you're prepared for. The only downside, I mean, not to oversimplify, but the downside that we're seeing is it's not feeling as stable as, you know, we would like all of our pieces in order, and they're just not right now. Not good, bad, right, or wrong. It's just what it is. It's forcing us to do the hard work, to look at things in a new perspective, in a new way, take new avenues, find new solutions, etc., and not be so gung-ho about getting it over and done with. So really interesting read. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you found messages that resonated here for you. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I super appreciate you. Definitely drop comments below if it did resonate. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.